Hello there, my name is Musu. Sorry about not making videos as I planned to. Um, so I had some medical issues I needed to look into, and I have been recovering from it slowly, but definitely surely. Before when I started this channel, my plan was to hit a minimum of 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, which was, I think that was in May or June. That was May or June. My plan was to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so I can start making some money off YouTube since I've been uploading for quite some time. Although I have taken a ton of my videos off because I felt they were low quality videos. Anyway, as I progress, I intend to make my tutorials better and more, useful to people who want to make games. And I really want to tend towards the people who are at the beginner stage and probably intermediate a bit, because just to help the upcoming game devs. I'll be doing some cool stuff once in a while for the advanced and intermediate guys to get their heads around. Anyway, um, if you haven't seen the previous tutorial where I showed you how to create the shatter effect in Unity without using scripts, um, then you should probably go see that out, because this next video is a continuation of that. Yeah, so we'll be in this video we'll be creating a barrier that is not shattered, and then we'll create the shatter effect using script when you shoot something and it hits the barrier. Yeah, without any further ado, let's jump into the video. So this basically is the effect we're going for. You can shoot, and this is my proper gun shooting script. If you want one, just leave a request for that in the video, but this is just so we have something to shoot the barrel with. So it works, and this is what we'll be creating in Unity. So to start, we'll create a new scene. We want something blank. Then we'll create a plane. Basically, game object, 2D, 3D, and then you hit plane. Now we have a plane, and it's okay. I think not saving it. It's okay. I don't know why Unity's light is messing up, but this is supposed to be white. Anyway, I think closing scene and reopening it might just cause that to fix itself. So, but that aside, we have already prepared prefabs that we're going to use. So this is the unshattered barrel, and this is the shattered barrel, like just the meshes without anything extra. So we're going to go into here. We'll have our shattered barrel with the scripts. Okay, they don't. No, the shattered barrel has a script on it, but the barrel itself doesn't. So I'm going to take the script off and explain how you use the script. So we're going to drag this into our scene here. Move our camera up a bit so we can see what's going on. Let's take this up a notch. So we have that, and then we're going to add the game. I call it game behavior script, but you could give it any name. It's not necessarily the game behavior script. Now we want to tell it it's requesting what the shattered object will be, but before I do that, let me open the script so that I can explain what's going on. So in our script here, game behavior here. So in our script here, we have we're initializing a game object called the shattered barrel, which is a barrel that was shattered, which we'll be using to replace the original barrel when you shoot and your bullet hits the barrel. And then we have a script here that calls the shattered barrel to be spawned as a game object, and then we destroy the bullet, and we also destroy the original barrel itself. So that's all that's going on here. So create a game object and barrel. This basically, the reason why we're saying create, you can go with instantiate on its own, just instantiate over here. But I really don't like instantiating that way. If I'm going to instantiate an object, I really want to be able to, do more to the object if need be. So I want the object to be independent of, the whole everything that's going on, so I can deal with it on its own. So now what we have here is I'm saying instantiate that game object, the shattered barrel, as n barrel. No, you can give it whatever name you want, but I went to n barrel to signify new barrel. So it's a new barrel, not the best naming, but it works for me. So that's what I'm basically instantiating, and I don't really use it here, but in case I decide to do some extra cool stuff with it, I want to be able to access that barrel after instantiating it. I'll dive deep into why this is necessary in some other video. So if you want to know why, you could just leave a comment and asking me to expatiate on this, and I will. And if you have any other questions, don't feel ashamed to leave your questions, and I'll reply as quick as I can. So there you have it, the destroy. We're destroying the bullet, and then we'll destroy the original barrel. The reason why I called this one before this one is because if you destroy the game object, which is the original game object performing all these instructions, you're going to have an error when you try to destroy the bullet. So just put that in mind. Sometimes order is necessary, so for this I had to destroy the bullet first. Now you could destroy the bullet in other ways. You could destroy the bullet from within the bullet itself, but I just choose to do it this way. Yeah, cool. So we have that. We instantiate the barrel, and then we spawn the shattered barrel, which is what we're doing right here. So we have the barrel, and then we're going to give it the instantiate the prefab of the shattered barrel, which is this. Cool. Now we have our shattered barrel spawning the barrel, right? Nice. The next thing we want to know is, we want to set a timer delay for our shattered barrel. So when we shoot them and we see the destructions, we want them to, disappear just, as almost as soon as they were created. So yeah. I added a little timer here, so you can do whatever you want with yours. I'm gonna put mine at 1 because it's just my style. Now if you go into the script for this, let's just open that up, and you see I have void game object destroy, and I'm putting a timer, a delay timer, which is this float we have here, and I have given it a range which is from 0.5 to 5 seconds. So basically you can just go with this. It's the destroy function. Also you can add a timer to it and make it wait a bit before it destroys, which is cool if you create like a particle effect and you want to destroy it like after a while of it being spawned. You can do that with this. So now that's done, the next thing you want to see is yeah, so we have this, and now the next thing I want to do is drop our gun prefab. Now I'm going to drop this here. I really want it to be aligned so that my shooting isn't off, so I'm going to put that here, and we have the barrel. I'll create a game object Q. Is 3D game object Q. Yeah, because I want this to hold the barrel right. So that's the effect. That's the look we're going for. Let's just create multiple barrels. So going to scale this to go backwards so it can hold all the barrels as they drop. First off, we really need to go back into this and add the rigid body, and then put, leave the gravity thingy there, and they all now have rigid body. Cool. So what's next? Let me explain how the gun stuff works. So I'm going to open this up. I had the intention of having 4 outlets, but that was a bit too much, so I kind of took all of them off and just left it as T4. So we have the transform, which is the point we want the gun to shoot from. So that's the point we want the gun to shoot from. Sorry, my system is a bit slow and it's dragging. So basically, here's the point we want to shoot from. When you go into cube, you go here. So basically, this is our shooting point where we're shooting from, and this is this is our shooting point right here. Oh, sorry, my bad. So it seems we're missing our shooting point. Yeah, it's supposed to be here, so put a game object, empty game object, and then we're going to drag this one here. So basically that's what our shooting point should look like, where we're shooting from. And let's go back to gun and drag this one into here. So now we have a shooting point where we're shooting from. So basically we wanted to shoot from this part of the gun, and this is our gun right here. Now for shoot speed, we can crank this up to increase the speed at which our bullet moves. 100 is the lowest and 500 is the highest. Open the script. Okay, open the script, sorry about that. You can see I did the same thing, created a range, gave it shoot speed. Forget about this Y. Sorry. So this is where we're spawning from, and this is our bullet we're spawning, which is called, I named it conveniently, bullet turret. So when you go into here, select our game object, and then we have a bullet, which is conveniently this round ball here, because I can start creating bullets. But this is the round ball. It also has a collider and also has a rigid body. Now ensure that your collider is set to trigger, because in our script where we are doing the behavior thingy, we're checking for trigger, right? So on trigger, enter others. So on trigger, enter means the object hitting it has to be a trigger, and then we instantiate using the barrel, the shattered barrel we want to replace with. Set a position for the barrel, and also set the rotation for the barrel. Now for most stuffs, most people use quaternion.identity, which means to take the rotation of the object itself and not the rotation of the parent object or the object that's spawning it. But in this case, I am just taking the same rotation, because it doesn't really matter, is this fair, whatever works. And then, as I said, I'm spawning as a game object, so I could do additional stuff with it. And here you have the destroy stuff going on. So yeah, that's that. Let's go back to our shoot turret. Now we are spawning the bullet, which is the bullet that comes out from the turret. We're spawning it at the position of T, and T is being passed through this method. We created the method shoot bullets, and it takes a transform, and that is what we're passing into it, which is this T position right here, this T transform right there. So that's what we're passing into this function that collects a transform. So once we do that, it uses the T transform and tells the position where the bullet is coming out from. And here we're taking the quaternion dot identity, which means the exact rotation of the object, and we're spawning as a rigid body. Now you can see same thing applies spawning as game object to rigid body. We're just specifying the component in the game object we want to use. So right now we have a bullet that is a rigid body, hence we can add force. So we say bullet, which is a rigid body, and then we call add force, which allows us to add force in a specific direction. So our direction is vector3.forward, which means it's forward, looking, it's forward position where the object is basically facing. That's where we want it to go, and we're setting a speed, which is a shoot speed, which is between 100 and 500 depending on where you want. So we had to set a range because I just like doing it like that, and that's that. If you have any problem understanding what is going on here, you can leave a comment in the comment section, or you could hit me up on one of my pages, Instagram, or basically Instagram or Twitter. You can hit me on Instagram or Twitter and drop your questions, and I'll be happy to answer, reply and help you out with wherever you have problems. So basically that's our game in a nut, and that's what we're going to be using. So now we have the script set. This video is taking quite longer than I planned. We have the script set. Unity is loading, compiling, it's quite slow. Our script is set. Now the next thing we want to do is select our okay, we already placed the shooting position on the turret, and now we have a speed set. Now all we need to do is test. Let's test, then we'll save. So I basically I thought I hit the play button. So yeah, let's see how that works. Boom, we shoot, and there you go, bullets working. It's not the best shooting script you've ever seen, but it does the job just fine. So I'll be making another video later where I will talk about how to create a proper shooting script with a gun, your muzzle flare, and your bullets. And you can obviously shoot in. Sorry about that noise, I have no control over that. It's coming from way outside my house. So what I was saying was we're going to be creating a video where I'll be teaching you how to use guns, create gun effect, shooting script for gun effect, and get that cool muzzle flare and all of that you want in your gun. Mind you, in that video we'll be using rigid body. In an upcoming video we'll use raycast to which are basically the two different forms of creating a shoot script in your game. And I'll also get into details why it may be necessary to use one over the other depending on what you're doing. So until then, I'll see you again. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, like the video, and share with anyone you think would need to see this. Thank you. See you on the next video. Bye bye.